as a host, especially in a shared listing, you get used to little noises in the house. But this guest, his noises were not little. They were not subtle. It was the kind that made you stop mid-step and ask yourself the question, what on earth is going down there? Hi guys, I hope everyone is doing well. So let me give you guys a bit of context here. This was back when I was still doing shared listing, and so it was a shared house. I was living on site, and I had people coming in and going, kind of like the whole rotation of guests. So it wasn't just me being a regular host, but I was in the middle of literally everything. This particular group, they were from Southeast Asia, and I wasn't really complaining. They came in for work. It was a long-term stay, and the money was right. I mean, it was a type of booking where you just told yourself that, you know what, you can just turn your back on a couple of things because it was just that good. Like, it was that right. And I felt like I struck gold with this setup. And in the basement, there was one man. And this is how this whole story begins. He wasn't young, but he also wasn't old to be sounding like a car engine in the freezing cold winter struggling to start up. I mean, you know that sound when you twist the key and the car just starts making noise and the whole neighborhood knows that you're late for work? Right. That was exactly it. And here's the thing, there were no heads up, there was no health disclosure, there was no warning, not even a little, oh, I get this occasional small cough. Nothing. Nada. Rien. At first, I thought that this thing here was just seasonal. I tried to give subtle hints around the house, like dropping like cough syrups here and there, you know, in case some people might have needed it. Because I'm not a demon. I'm not gonna just be in the house with people that might not be feeling well when I have medicine. That didn't really lead to anything because it turns out that this man was just swearing up and down that he was fine, and he would go as far as even giggling and laughing about it a little bit when talking about this cough. It was just like nothing was happening, which was crazy to me. But then it started. I'm talking about every single day, same time, same place. Like, what? How does that make sense? Coughing, sneezing, coughing, sneezing. And trust me, these were not like the little cough or like a chums that you could just hit with a small bless you. This thing was so chaotic. I'm just a host. I was not signing up for stadium level surround sound. Like, this was so much. And that's what threw me off, because it's okay to be sick. It's okay to know that, okay, like, I'm not feeling well. And that's fine because no one is also going to judge you. But when you're pretending that that's not the case, but then suddenly every single day you're coughing and the whole house is just trembling because of whatever is going on in your chest, I think maybe that's an issue. I'm upstairs just mid-dream, just minding my own business, just trying to navigate through this whole thing. And all I know is that now the room is just shaking like if I'm in the Jurassic Park scene. That was exactly the sensation I felt every single morning for the longest time. And the other guests, man, like honestly, I don't know what was going on in their head, because what were his co-workers thinking about this? Like, were they just like, oh my God, like what the hell is that noise? Or were they just like, oh, this is just business as usual, it's a regular Monday? Like, I don't know. We never really spoke about it. It was almost like it was this thing that was happening early in the morning and everyone would wake up and no one would talk about it. And I've hosted a bunch of guests and not once have I heard a cough so loud. So for me, that wasn't normal at all. I had so many questions. Like, did they talk about it at work? Did they just tune it out? Or were they like secretly plotting some form of intervention for this guy? I guess I would just never know. But you know what? The craziest part was the consistency with which this man was doing this. Like every single day, same time. Now here's where it gets strange, because at that time I was a full remote worker, and compared to them, they were like full on physical labor workers, something technical, but again, they couldn't just work from their bedrooms. They had to go in person, and very different energy demands. Like it was night and day. So it was like his version of just saying, you know what, I'm gonna set the playing field equal. Like I'm gonna make sure that like you're not sleeping because I'm up, you're gonna be up too. I mean, if you ask me, it felt like payback. Did I have any proof that this was payback? I don't know, because besides this one thing, he was actually like a very friendly and kind person. But the wildest part is that I never saw this man coughing that loudly in front of me. It was almost like he never looked sick. He would just walk around just beaming, just like if he had not coughed his so loud a couple of hours ago, early in the AM. And I would just be standing there like, sir, are you okay? Should I call an ambulance? Should I call a priest? Like, how can all of this be logical to you? And trust me guys, like there were days where this thing was so intense. I was like, okay, at this point, like, am I running an Airbnb or am I running some form of ICU? And should I start charging medical bills? Because this is outrageous. And part of me was even scared to ask, because I was like, okay, what do you even tell this guy? Like, hi, what's that noise? Like, obviously he knows that like he's coughing, right? But here's the thing, I don't like to mock people that are sick, because what do I know? I don't even know my own tomorrow. So like, why should I be giggling and laughing at someone that may or may not have a condition? But what had me tripping was just the fact that it was every day, same time, and same loudness level. It was too consistent, and that was just too trippy. But you know what? What if this was some type of twisted philosophy that he had? Because at this point, like, I'm just spinning up a bunch of conspiracy theories. So here we are today, and I'm still thinking about this man. Was it a condition? Was it revenge? Or was it just my bad luck as a host? I don't know. I'm wondering, guys, if you've ever had a situation where you've had to deal with someone that was like making extremely loud noises that you couldn't really conclude what they were or if they were even intentional. Please let me know in the comments below, because I'm curious to know. Also, let me know what you would have done in this situation, because maybe this man was just built different and I just had a hard time accepting that. And guys, don't forget to subscribe if you love this content. I'm gonna be making more videos where I talk about like all of my Airbnb stories and short-term rental experiences. So yeah guys, that's it for today's video, and see you guys next time.